What's going on, guys? Seth here for Tasty Loot Gaming, doing a tasty bit. I got a lot of things on my mind in the last 24 hours, so I felt like I should talk about them with my favorite people on YouTube, on the internet, you guys. All video game related. I'm not going to be offloading any deep, emotional things just yet. Maybe we'll get there. Everyone who knows me knows I'm willing to jump into that kind of shit. So yeah, there's three things that I want to talk about that I felt would be interesting to talk with you guys. You guys are getting bonus content, bonus episodes, and yeah, the first thing I kind of want to talk about is that a new Resident Evil 3 remake Nemesis trailer has dropped, and I'm going to watch that, react to it, because I have not watched it, and we'll talk about it. So without further to fucking do, let's just jump into it. So for anyone who doesn't know, Resident Evil 3 is coming out soon, and it looks fucking awesome. I can't wait for it, and yeah, let's just fucking watch this. 3, 2, 1, and go.
I got you.
Who are you? What are you doing?
Name's Carlos, and I'm Sadie.
His fucking teeth are so gnarly looking now.
I'm with the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service.
It looks so good.
This city is completely cut off, isolated. We need help.
Look at that
My
shit.
men cannot do this alone.
What a clean ass engine.
The town's crawling with those freaks. No chance of fighting our way out.
Oh shit, a fucking hunter?
Why is she here? She's unreliable.
It's me he's after.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
I'll buy you some time.
Hey, wait! Wait, Joe!
You gotta be a real piece of shit to be shooting a flamethrower at somebody going up a fucking ladder. Wow, that was even less audible.
Joe! Joe, what happened? Come in!
Almost like a nod to the Resident Evil 2 remake where Ada Wong drives the fucking, spoiler alert, just drives the fucking van into goddamn Mr. X, and it's kind of like fucking KOs the guy, just knocks him the fuck out into the wall, but there she hits him with a car and he's just like, goddamn it, my hip, dude. Although the van was a lot bigger. See, I'm stoked about this because this is something I was like interested in. I would have picked it up, but I don't know if other people are going to pick it up. But that this is coming with Resident Evil Remake, such a good idea because now more people than the people who are just kind of like experiment and check out this game will have their hands on it, which will be better for people like me who wanted to buy it and play with, you know, the biggest community you're going to be able to get in a game like this. So I'm really stoked to get my hands on both of these, which is fucking dope. I don't know you. I was wondering why this video was so fucking long. That's a lot of bullshit. Okay, so my thoughts. I've already kind of said it. I'm really excited for this. I love Resident Evil 2 Remake. It's one of my favorite games of 2019. It was my first runner-up. Second. However you say the second, only under my game of the year. So it could have been my game of the year easily. I fucking loved it. I've said before, Resident Evil 3 is my least favorite of the original Resident Evils. But what they did with Resident Evil 2, I'm so excited for this shit. I mean, this looks, like I've said a million times, so fantastic. Like I keep emphasizing that because this engine is just such a fucking good, clean ass good looking engine. I haven't felt like this since I saw like the Fox engine that got fucking used once and then snatched up from Konami. But it looks really great. The scenarios we're seeing here look awesome. The action looks awesome. Seeing that machine gun firing, shotguns. I remember in the original Resident Evil 3, I think it would play on normal or easy. I don't remember. It would like start you with a machine gun, which I always thought was ridiculous. I was like, why would you fucking need that? This looks like a hunter to me, which is fucking dope to see rendered like this. It might be like one of the different prototypes, because I know Resident Evil likes to go like, this is the A0T fucking G virus version of the blah blah blah. So, but that looks awesome. I always loved hunters in Resident Evil, and seeing a lot more like interactions with characters is very cool. This takes place in the same event as Resident Evil 2, just prior to it. So it'll be really cool to see kind of how that outbreak starts in these graphics. One thing I want to hit on too is Nemesis's new design. I think is really good. I think you could identify him. He looks different, but you could still identify him if you never saw that this is Resident Evil 3. You would see that character model and go, oh, it's Nemesis. There's a couple of things I kind of saw that was like side by side. The big scar on Nemesis' head from the original is more like two bolts in his forehead now, but his skin is melted over and his nose is kind of melted down his face, which I think is a really interesting look. You can kind of see it here, but it's not very detailed. He still has the one eye, but then all of his teeth are like elongated, which is really interesting. He always had the gums visible with teeth, but now his teeth are like almost look like a fucking comic book to me, which I think is pretty neat. But yeah, like I said, I can't wait to get my hands on this. I think he's gonna be way more of a nuisance than Mr. X, and Mr. X was a fucking nuisance in Resident Evil 2, just because Nemesis is they're both hunting you down, but Nemesis isn't opposed to shooting at you, so that's gonna be a big difference. Also, he just seems to be more, I don't know, Mr. X is kind of like fucking cruising around. He'll see you, he starts throwing some jabs at you. This dude's like fucking chasing after you, shooting rockets at you, shooting flamethrowers at you, shooting machine guns at you. It seems a little more personal, I guess. Yeah, so that was the trailer. I think it's fucking awesome. I'm really happy with it. April 3rd. April, dude, come on. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, this is a first day buy for me. Easy. I'm going to try and play as much of it as I can before other titles come out that month. And yeah, so let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about the Resident Evil 3 Remake Nemesis trailer? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it good looking? Is it okay looking? Is it the worst thing you ever seen in your fucking life? We think about fucking, what's his name, Carlos? What he said in the trailer, I already forgot. I played the fucking game. What do you think about his redesign? He looked a lot different back in the day. And are you picking this up? Are you not picking this up? Are you one of those people who don't play games like this, but you're going to watch people stream it? I might stream it. And yeah, let me know everything you think about in the comments below when it comes to this shit. Let's jump into the other thing I want to talk about real fast. So Final Fantasy VII just got pushed back. It got delayed to April 10th. This is concerning to me, only because a game we just talked about comes out in April, and a little game called Cyberpunk also comes out in April. So I thought I would just kind of remind all of you what I've been thinking about ever since I heard the Final Fantasy VII got delayed, because I believe it was coming out the month before. Obviously, it got delayed from March to April, but I kind of was relaxed in the sense that, like, so look what's coming out in March. We got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Ori and the Will of Wisps, a game I'm interested in. Neo 2, a game I'll be buying first day, but a game that I could easily sit back and not play for a little bit and then come back to later. Doom Eternal, I'm curious about. Bleeding Edge, I'm curious about. Half-Life Alyx, I'll probably pick up. I'm curious to see what people say about it first, but I got the VR, I'm ready to go. So Final Fantasy VII coming out in this month, I'm like, oh, perfect. That's the game I could just like really fucking play the shit out of. I had a plan. Also financially, I had a plan. I was like, I could fucking spend this much money this month, and then I'll save some for the next month for the other games. Nope. They're like, hey, Final Fantasy needs a little bit more polish, so they push it back to April. April's the same month that Resident Evil 3 is coming out on the 3rd. Very excited for that. Was planning on that. Gonna be playing that and the multiplayer component. Then you got Final Fantasy VII now, coming out on the 10th. Fucking a game that you're gonna want to put a lot of time into. You're gonna want to fucking really invest your time and just savor that game, because this is a fucking event. This is a big deal. The Final Fantasy VII is being remade. We all know that. We're all pumped on it. I played it. It's awesome. So when this comes out, it's a huge deal. It's going to be one of the biggest games of 2020. Then, 6 days later, the other big game of 2020 is coming out. Whereas it's Cyberpunk 2077. The most hyped game of fucking 2020. And now you might be going, hey, Final Fantasy VII, I'm going to like it better. Maybe. We'll see. I'm just saying, when it comes to like gaming, this is the most hyped game of 2020 that I've seen so far. And that is a must play. I'm thinking about taking vacation just for that fucking game. Yeah, so now we got those 3 games in April, and it's insane. Also, shout out to Trials of Mana and Predator Hunting Grounds, a game I want to play, but April 24th, I don't know if I'm going to be thinking about it, honestly. So, I mean, I'm going to try and maybe remind myself to just pick it up so I don't forget about that shit. But it is not by any means a priority. So, this shit's rough, guys. This shit's rough. That's fucking $60, $60. That's going to be like $30-$40 Predator. And then the next month, we got The Last of Us 2, which is also one of the most hyped games of 2020. Also, New World comes out that month. That's a game I'm fucking interested in. You know, MMOs in the West are fucking dead. And I'm just... I would be so happy to see a brand new modern MMO try and take up that kind of dead air. So anyway, I thought I'd just kind of remind you guys of the impending doom that's coming in just a couple months. So prepare your fucking wallets, prepare your time, plan accordingly, and make a lot of time for the upcoming apocalypse of your wallet in time. And lastly, I kind of want to finish up on PlayStation 2019 wrap up, which, if you're not aware of what that is, it is essentially like there's stuff like Spotify and other things that will kind of give you like analytics on what you did that year through their app. PlayStation's doing something similar, which I think is neat, but I never take these things too serious. Some people like get really like prideful about this, and I guess it makes sense. You're investing time into something, but I think it's more of just kind of an interesting analytic to kind of look over and see what they got from me. Now, I want to say a couple things before I go into this, not to poo-poo anybody's wrap up, because I see a lot of people on Twitter posting their stuff and going like, haha, yeah, I did this, blah, blah, blah. That's cool, but I've already noticed that, for instance, Chevy put 80-something hours into Death Stranding. It's on his list as, like, I think 52 hours. So they did not correctly get his time. Also, I won't name his name because I don't know if he wants his information on this stuff out there or not. So, but someone I know very closely has less games played than me in the year. His max game is 65 hours, and below that's 50 something, and then 54 hours, and then below that blah blah blah. And he has triple the playtime I have. Doesn't make sense to me, unless every single game underneath his third most played game is 55 hours, and every single game after that's just 55 hours, which I don't believe that. So I think they got their information mixed up a bit, but it's still fun to kind of get like a loose kind of lens, like an eye on what you were doing in the year. So with all that said, let's just jump into my analytics. I thought it'd be kind of fun to share it with you guys. And feel free to share your info in the comments if you want, or join the Discord link down below, and you can post pictures, preferably in the PlayStation section of the Discord, not in general. I don't like to have that get all cluttered up with random stuff. So, all right, so let's jump into it. So I played 100 different games according to PlayStation, which I believe that. I play a lot of games. Everybody knows that. I hop around a lot. Every week I have like fucking 7 games I'm talking about that I played. So this is believable, give or take. I could be more, could be less. I don't know. But that's what they say. And I believe it 100%. A lot of people I've been talking to are in like the 40, 50 range, which is admirable. Someone I know is like, I think it's 64. So it's a lot of fucking games to play in 1 year. And like I said, everybody knows I hop around a lot. Kind of like ADHD when it comes to everything, I guess, but games in general. Now, this is interesting, something that I did not think was going to happen. My top game is Dragon Quest XI Echoes and Elusive Age, a JRPG I loved, one of my favorite of all time. After I beat it, I was so sad that I couldn't like continue in that world. I almost wanted to restart it. I wanted to buy it for Switch to play it again. I put 156 hours into it, which I think is a pretty decent amount of time. I maxed out all my characters. I did everything I could, did a lot of the side quests, and then something took my interest, and I eventually stopped playing it. So this is actually really surprising, because specifically when I look at a lot of people's PlayStation wrap-ups, a lot of their stuff is all things that came out like really recent. And that's cool. Makes sense. You're excited for the new stuff. I'm sitting here playing Dragon Quest XI the most, apparently, according to them. Then in second place, this is also a surprise to me, Borderlands 3, 103 hours. I didn't think I put 103 hours into Borderlands 3, but that's kind of the magic of Borderlands. Just like Diablo, you can lose so much time just grinding for gear. I beat that game. I'm on my second playthrough with the character that I beat it with, and then I was playing other characters trying to level them up. So it makes sense I put 103 hours into it. And then Call of Duty Modern Warfare, 95 hours. That was also really surprising because Call of Duty didn't come out that long ago. The reason behind this, essentially, is that season came out, and I was trying to get through it, and I've burnt myself out. So I've actually stopped playing Modern Warfare because seasons always just really fatigue me because you have to stay on them. I was trying to hit them hard in the beginning, so I have time to like kind of chill towards the end of the season and make sure I get everything unlocked. And but they I always feel fucking so burnt out when I do a season in a game. So, and this is no exception, but it does show that I've put hours into that game in multiplayer. It's a really good Call of Duty, a really good multiplayer in my opinion. I know some people don't like it, and I've played it with friends, and it's been fun. So this whole list is really surprising to me. I do know that I beat Death Stranding in 62 hours, and then I did a lot of I don't really want to say end game content, but I was kind of cleaning up more stuff that I didn't do prior in the game. So I've probably put about 70 hours in that at the least. So it's obviously not my top 3. I really wish you could see like your top 10, because I want to know the hours I put into a lot of the games I've played. But I've played a lot of stuff, and I've obviously put some hours into some shit. But then when people are like, why don't you play this game for 600 hours, 1,000 hours? Well, it's because I'm putting 100 here and 100 there and 100 there. So anybody who watches the channel understands. If you're new here, though, welcome to the channel. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment. And yeah. Your top genre was first-person shooter. Apparently, I played 18 of them. I'm assuming that's what it means by 18 games. And 329 hours of first-person shooters. This is no surprise to me. I am a first-person shooter fan. I am first-person shooter centric. I love them. I love the skill aspect of them. I love the ability to tell stories in first-person perspective, and I love the graphics that typically come with first-person, because you can't hide a lot when you're that close to the game. So you typically get the tippy-top graphics that are possible at the time. And yeah, I really dig first-person shooters. So this is just kind of not surprising. It is interesting though. Well, I guess 2 of these are first-person shooters technically, but I got that JRPG, baby. I have my JRPG renaissance, and I'm still on it. I'm playing fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2 right now. I still haven't beaten that, but I'm like 50 hours into it, and I fucking love that game. Also, shout out to Fire Emblem. I just hopped back into that recently too. So fucking good. Those are both games I've put a shitload of hours into as well. So, I need to go on vacation. I need to go sit on a beach somewhere without electronics. That's not going to happen. All right, moving on. Let's see. I got throughout the year you played 241 days, 1,016 hours locally, 145 hours online. 5 hours in PSVR. See, I'm skeptical of this, but at the same time, most VR experiences are really short. So maybe it just felt like longer than 5 hours, but I feel like I played more than 5 hours of VR. But at the same time, I didn't spend a lot of time on it. Hours, longest gaming streak, 21 hours. See, this is interesting because I don't remember me sitting on my PS4 for 21 hours. But we did do our 24-hour stream, I believe. Was that the beginning of the year or the end of last year? Well, technically the beginning of 2019, end of 2018. I don't remember, so that might be that, but that doesn't equate to the 24. Well, maybe 3 hours of it was us just talking. I don't know. But there was a time there where 21 hours was spent on my PS4. And my prime time to play is Sunday nights. For anyone who's trying to hit me up to play games, PlayStation just gave you an analytic to maybe use as a strategy to play a game with me. But yeah, clocked in 1,161 hours of gameplay according to PlayStation. Like I said, somebody I know had like 3,400 something hours and like 60 games played, and their top game was like 56 or 60 hours. So the math is weird to me. So anyway, moving on. You earned 394 new trophies. Some bronze, some fucking silver, gold, no platinums. I don't platinum games. I know some of you out there would be like, ha, you don't platinum games. I don't play games long enough for that. I beat the game or I play it and then I move on to the next one because, like I said, I hop games a lot. So for me to sit around and platinum a game, it's never even on my mind. It's not something I ever strive to do. It's just not. If it were to happen, it would have been on accident. But I got some golds, I guess. Like I said, I don't check the trophies. I don't think about it. So, but I earned some new trophies, 394 of them. All right. I saved money, I guess. I mean, I don't care about that too much, but, monthly free PS4 games through PS Plus, 19 downloaded. It feels like way more than that. Your top game played online with PS Plus was Call of Duty Modern Warfare with 57 hours played online. 57 hours played online. Hold on a second. See, this doesn't make sense either because I've primarily played Call of Duty Modern Warfare online. So those numbers don't add up. Huh. Interesting. And then this is just an advertisement. Last year, PS Plus members were offered up to 24 free. Yeah, see, this is just bullshit. And to wrap it up, they give you this kind of, it's kind of neat, but they give you, it doesn't have, oh, there it is. Every person who does this gets a thank you for playing blah, 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 but then they give you a title. I got Marksman, I'm assuming because I was playing first-person shooters. And then, you get this little fucking emblem. You can redeem your prize, which gives you, I think, access to all the emblems you can use on your PS4, and then a theme background of this event, which you can check out at PlayStation.com. It's just 2019 wrap up if you're curious about your info. But I thought it'd be fun to share that with you guys, and it was kind of cool to look at. Although I am skeptical on some of the numbers, it still overall shows I played too many games and I put too many hours into games. So let me know in the comments how many games you got clocked in. What was your top 3? How many hours did you invest in them? What is your what is it called? This thing. Title. What's your title? You got Marksman? Did you get the other ones? I know there's one like Action Hero or something like that. I think Josh and Chevy both got that one. And yeah, give me any of the analytics that you think are interesting, or post them in the PlayStation section in our Discord link down below. Yeah, but that's going to do it for this Tasty Bit. As always, thank you for watching. My name is Seth, and until next episode, which will be this weekend for Tasty Cast, unless something comes up, which I hope doesn't. Have a good week, guys, and take it easy.